Robert Kiyosaki talked about the best investments for 2024. He also explained why the dollar and gold will fall. Before watching, subscribe to the channel and give it a like.
And what Bucky Fuller was saying is our wealth is stolen via our money, but they cannot steal our wealth without the accomplices called school teachers. You know, most school teachers, I've been catching hell. 2023 has been a year from hell. Every professor has come after me at Arizona State University because I held this book up for them. So you guys are all communists because you don't know what money is, you know. So of course I won't get any Christmas cards from those professors from Arizona State anymore. But as you guys just saw, was it Harvard, MIT, and UPenn? Those Marxists, you know, they have no problem with anti-Semitism being pumped on their schools. So our school teachers are frickin' Marxist. And by me saying that, again, I didn't win any popularity contests. But this program, these 4-part series you'll be getting here, is the most important program because it'll divide if you go forward with money or you fall behind, get wiped out. Because as I wrote about in this book here, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and also this book here, Who Stole My Pension, our whole financial system is designed not to make you rich. The whole financial system is set up to steal your money. That's called Wall Street. You know, I'm not against stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or ETFs. I just don't own them. You want to own them, it's up to you. And the biggest lie I ever told was, oh, bonds are safe. Oh, give me a break. So my question is, how come our school teachers don't teach us that? Why am I the asshole of the world out there saying, you know, savers are losers, your house is not an asset, and all the things I say out there? Because our school teachers are accomplices with this book here, The Grunt by Buckminster Fuller, one of the greatest geniuses of our times. Our whole school system is an accomplice. They're accomplices of stealing our wealth. But the reason this is important is we're on the verge of it right now. I hate to say this, I hope I'm wrong. But since 1944, the US dollar has been the global reserve currency of the world. What does that mean? Since 1944, that means the dollar has been as good as gold until 1971, when that guy Nixon, who opened the doors of China, the dollar, this piece of toilet paper here, off the gold standard. So that's why this program is vital and program. There's 4 parts to it. Today is part 1. And these are the guys I go to. I buy gold, silver from them. Full disclosure. The reason I buy from them versus young silver stackers and all these kids out there, well, I'm glad they're stacking this crap here. You know, not too many guys are stacking gold because they can't afford it. But I'm glad they're stacking silver. But they don't have the macro. And the reason I have four dear friends, for full disclosure, I buy a lot of gold and silver from them. So one of the friends, Dana Samuelson from Austin, Texas, Jim Clark and Charles Goyette from Arizona, and Andy Scheckman from, when I first started buying from Dana, I could barely afford a silver dollar. And then I started buying stacks of gold from him and all this because you get richer. And the reason Dana's important is because a lot of times when I didn't know what I was doing, I was first starting off, I'd go to a coin dealer. There was Charles and Jim Clark knew a couple of these guys in Phoenix here. I go into their shops and they said, oh, you should buy this thing here. I said, how much is it? Oh, it's $50,000. I said, how can it be $50,000? It's a rare coin. And then all 4 of these guys know what I'm talking about. The average guy has no idea if this is rare or just as bad as this here. So that's why Dana, anytime I need to know something is rare or how vintage it is and all this, Dana's my guy.
In the initial segment of a 4-part series, Robert Kiyosaki, joined by a group of financial experts, explores the intricate landscape of money, presenting a mix of profound insights and practical guidance. The episode commences with Kiyosaki laying the foundation for an in-depth exploration of the financial world, questioning conventional beliefs with the revolutionary principles from Rich Dad. These principles, encompassing concepts such as savers are losers and your house is not an asset, encourage listeners to reconsider their perspectives on assets and investments. The dialogue shifts to the profound impact of the book, Grunch of Giants, in molding our comprehension of money. This discourse offers a distinctive perspective on the workings of financial systems in Wall Street, proving invaluable for individuals seeking to navigate the intricacies of finance. The core of the episode encompasses a sequence of enlightening conversations with seasoned specialists in precious metals and investment. Dana Samuelson imparts his knowledge in numismatics, uncovering the subtleties of coin collecting and investment. Jim Clark delves into his journey and encounters in the precious metals market. Charles Goyette sheds light on the intrinsic value of gold, and Andy Schechtman provides his viewpoint on gold and silver as enduring forms of wealth.
Let me just say this without being too much of a hypey person. This one of four, the next three, are probably the most important Rich Dad radio shows you can capture. So this is one of four. Please capture all four of them. And the reason for that is the title of this show is The Good News and Bad News About Money. And as some of you know, I've always said in this book here, Rich Dad Poor Dad, now 26 years old, I said savers are losers. And that was, oh my God, did I catch hell for that? You've got to save money. You've got to save money. Well, you're a loser if you save money. Number two is the rich don't work for money. Oh, I can't say that. The rich are evil. The rich are crooks. And what the rich work for are assets. And number three is, what was number three of this whole thing? Anyway, rich don't work for money. Savers are losers. And there's one more. Oh, your house is not an asset. Oh my God. When I first came out with those three sayings, 26 years ago, I caught hell because saving is like a religion. Oh, you've got to save money. And all these stupid effing school teachers telling you to save money. They don't even know what money is. Number two is they don't know what an asset is. They think their 401k is an asset. They don't know anything the history of that 401k. Is one of the biggest ripoffs I've ever seen. And number three is, what was number three again? Oh, yeah, it's not an asset. I still remember Dana, because you live here, and Andy and then Charles. I did a program when it first came out. I think it was on Carrie Lake's program, and she just ran for governor. And I went on, local Arizona TV station. I said, your house is not an asset. And I walked into this restaurant not far from our house, and boy, did I catch hell. All of these frickin' lower middle class losers. My house is an asset. You help me to be an asset. So those three words, 26 years ago, your house is not an asset, savers are losers, and the rich don't work for money. Just, oh man, it fried a lot of gizzards out there. So the reason this is part one of four programs is because I think it is the most important program Rich Dad Radio is going to put out. Because the reason I put it out is for this book here. It's called The Grunch of Giants, written by Dr. R. Buckminster Fuller. And what GRUNCH stands for is Gross Universal Cash Heist. So 40 years ago, I read that book,